just doesn't have great options.
You do need to lock Ibuki down because it's like, you know, her mid-range isn't the strongest, so she can be locked down rather well. And her #1 strength is in like her reset game, which she actually needs quite a few of. So if you're good at getting out of those situations or preventing those situations, that's when you're going to do really well against Ibuki.
Oh, and you know what? Marcos is showing that right from the bat. Just strong neutral, lots of great buttons, anti-air when John comes in. And now we're going to see that pressure and John B guessing wrong.
And
losing very quick.
That second claw hits low, and I believe it's mainly to prevent you from holding up if you assume he's going for the command throw. But also blocking Vega's, you know, upward swipe is negative enough to challenge afterwards anyway, so you don't really have to hold up on Vega in that situation.
All right, sadly John B not finding the good air-to-air, still trading. Really needs to find something neutral if we want to start doing this. There's a chance. Just a little bit.
All right.
Very positive. But you know what? Marco's just great blocking, playing it safe.
I think what would really help John B is if he was anti-airing with the anti-airs that cause knockdowns so that he'd be able to get his pressure game started. We've seen mostly anti-air jabs that haven't led to much.
Fire finds a little something, trying to keep it going. It's the reset. And despite being a very slow round, John B still finding damage, finding his hits, and it's working.
It's definitely whittling Vega down slowly over time. We haven't seen big hit confirms from John B. That could have been something too. That could have been maybe a DP there. I'm not sure.
He definitely had some options. But at the very least, not getting hits. Oh,
nice.
And he finds the air-to-air. What a great choice there from John B. But here it comes, Marcos. Gets that command throw.
And Vega's exceptionally good pressure game finds his way out.
Even behind the positive too. What a button from John B.
I think he should chill out and fish for an anti-air right now because I feel like Marcos might not respect John B's air-to-air game.
But you know what? He finds it. He should have respected it.
But
John B.
Yeah, should have stayed on the ground for it. I feel like because Marcos had gotten so much free tempo from being able to jump on John B was more focused on anti-airing.
Oh my god. Marcos, though, just putting out the special, finding the damage, and there's the command throw once again. John B's in the, out of the corner. My bad. Switch sides there.
Yeah, was that a different version of the command throw? Is there a version that switches sides for you? Interesting. Gonna be frame normal. Gets out of that situation, back to neutral. And this is where Vega should dominate a bit, but Marcos has been finding these jump-ins, which has allowed him to utilize Vega's pressure game more often than his neutral.
I mean, it's just been hard for John B. So many places have to play the ground, the air. Really showing up. No, Ibuki's this here to a point. Oh, and then finally with the overhead.
And that was a really interesting trip guard hit confirm we saw right there. Ibuki jumped, and just as he hit the ground, Marcos got the short hit confirm to the rolling crystal flash.
Well, definitely a hard game there for John B. We saw some adjustments. Obviously, he got the second round.
Yeah, just
sadly, he's really having to burn a lot of his V gauge on those V reversals, not getting a chance to show off the crazy mix-up game that Ibuki gets when you have that V trigger.
Comes with the V trigger.
And that says a lot just from how aggressive Marcos has been able to play.
I feel like what's going to give John B a lot of breathing room in this matchup is if he's just a bit more solid on his anti-airs.
But sadly, once again, that ground game from Marcos worked out so well. Look at the damage on the reset as well.
Oh, wow. I thought that would have been more damage. If he had actually used the meter for the EX command grab, it probably would have worked out for the KO.
Hey, but here comes Ibuki. This is what makes the game strong. But sadly, John B drops the one opportunity he really needed, and now Marcos is out, and yeah.
Yeah, he dropped the end of that combo, so he couldn't get the ideal setup after that knockdown. Really unfortunate. Going back to the mid-range when you can't take any more hits is really devastating when you're against a mid-range control character like Vega.
And talking about those jump-ins, look at the damage right from the start. Yep. Marcos finds the jump-in, John B, no anti-air, half health, done.
If you're not consistently anti-airing your opponent, you're allowing them to cut corners in the matchup. You have to have such a deep matchup knowledge to fight your opponent if they're anti-airing consistently, but it's not really the case if they're not keeping you out of the air.
Oh my god, and this is just a wreck here from El Cubano Loco. Perfect KO. God damn.
Good stuff from Marcos right there. It was definitely up to John B to stop the game plan. It was a lot of jumping in. We definitely saw John B have some pressure situation.